you guys have in your draft kits, you all have tracing paper? Okay, if you don't, we have some tracing paper as well. But the first thing we need to do is we need to get our base plan taped down on the table as straight as we possibly can. Doesn't really matter much at this point. We're only doing rough work. But we're going to use trace paper for the first little bit because it's easy to see through. It's easy to work with. If we mess up, we rip it off. We get more trace paper. It's no big deal. So I just tape the trace paper down separately. And as like I said, you can sort of see everything that we need to see. Now this area down here at the bottom is a swale area. Swale is like a gentle ditch that kind of comes down. Water collects at the bottom and it runs towards this drain. So when you guys are doing stuff, you got a bit of room that you should keep clear of this line right there, okay? Like this line here should be nothing. You want to leave it. If anything, it could be river stone, but it should stay grass or open garden bed so when water hits, it still runs towards that drain. But that gives you room in a bunch of different places. So our client wanted privacy from neighbors. Like I said, for today, for the functional diagram, that's gonna be due next week. It's nothing really crazy, but I want privacy. So I know I'm just gonna do quick bubbles. Privacy from neighbors. I know I need privacy. I don't need to draw each tree or even think about what these trees are. I just need to know that area is gonna be reserved for garden beds generally because that's where I'm gonna put some privacy plants, maybe some columnar trees. A functional backyard, yeah, we talked about that. Okay, so there's two risers. There's a two-step difference from down here on the ground up to this area right here, okay? Now, a lot of you might think, okay, I'm just gonna do 2 steps and then step down to flat ground. 2 steps right outside of a door can be a little bit daunting. So when you think about it, they want a hot tub. So another way you could do it is landings. Like you could have an upper landing bubble, and then you could have a lower landing bubble, okay? Off of this bubble on this side, maybe that's where I put the hot tub. Once again, these are all just examples of what can be done, but this is the level of detail we need for a functional diagram. I don't need all these things drawn. I don't need bricks drawn, all right? Now, to enclose all this off, maybe I'm gonna have a garden bed, tie into this. This might all be garden bed as well, around to here. Might have a garden bed back here because there's not much else I can have. They want an herb garden. So if this is where I'm sort of maybe gonna have an outdoor kitchen, maybe my outdoor kitchen could be over here and the dining area could be in here. This might be where I'm gonna do my herbs, okay? Because my herbs are close to where I'm actually cooking. Yours doesn't have to look anything like this. I'm just saying these are things to keep in mind. The small herb garden could be sort of this area, and this could be like an ornamental garden, like a normal garden. Open lawn, you still need a bubble for open lawn and a creative play space. So I'm gonna maybe do the creative play space over here for the kid. And then I'm going to have maybe gardens along the back side of this that are gonna tie into this area. I would just erase that. It would all just be gardens going around. And then this last bubble, what's remaining, is my lawn. So I have patio lower, patio upper, lawn, play, garden, garden. So this is all we really need, okay? You can put color to this if it helps you using pencil crayons, but as you can see, every single piece of this place, that's not garden, that is swale. This will be garden. Okay, so every single piece of this backyard is engulfed in a bubble, whether it's lawn, whether it's garden, whether it's patio, whether it's a hot tub, whether it's your herb garden, the hot tub, everything is a bubble for now. Now you should make sure that the bubbles, the scale here is 1 to 50, you should make sure the bubbles are relatively the right size. Like a hot tub is about 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters, so it's relatively close. You should have a general idea. What's the smallest size of a patio for a 6-person set? Do you remember that on the test? 12 by 12 feet, yeah, or it's usually about 3 meters by 3 meters. So I would just make sure I have 3. Yeah, okay, I'm looking pretty good there. The play area seems like I got a good amount of area for the kids. So just go back and check those things. All right? So that's rough, but yours doesn't really need to be any less rough. We're going through rough. The one thing I can say to you guys right now is don't stare at the paper. Put your pencil down and start drawing. It starts to make you think things. You can always erase lines and add lines later, like this was my outdoor kitchen. That kind of came in later. You can always fine tune it once we actually get to the concept stage. Cool? Okay, so let's spend the rest of the class. You guys have your trace paper. That's good. Oh, you want to take a look? Yeah. I'm gonna put a video up. That's what we're